Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're looking at Bitcoin, Pepe, Ethereum, Cardano, and Atom. I look at a couple meme coins as well that I think could do numbers. We do some technical analysis, some pattern analysis on these coins, letting you guys know what prices could potentially happen for these potential assets. We're also going to look at the cryptocurrency market on a whole, the bigger macro time frame, and looking at everything that could be coming down the pipeline for cryptocurrency as a whole. We're going to also be checking out altcoins technical analysis in this video. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're looking at Bitcoin and some meme coins and altcoins. We're going to be looking at the overall cryptocurrency market, letting you guys know what is happening in the overall market. So guys, you guys know how I feel about the Bitcoin macro. Still looking good in my personal opinion. We have not came down to test this overall uptrend. We are in a overall macro uptrend. This is the trend line here that we have not came down to test it. We have only came down and tested our EMAs, as you guys can see on the weekly time frame, tested our EMAs, and on the daily time frame we came and went below our 50 EMA, but still have not retested the 200 EMA, but on the weekly time frame we came down to retest those EMAs here. So we are looking extremely bullish on the weekly time frame. As you guys can see as well, we have the super trend telling us that is still a buy signal, and the last time we had this buy signal we had this run up here and this run up here, as you guys can see. So massive run ups for every time we had this weekly buy signal with weekly green MACD, which we both currently have. Now, we could see a little bit more downside for Bitcoin. It could come down and test this trend line, but as you guys can see, it's in this falling wedge structure. It could bring us down to this trend line here, as you guys can see. It could easily bring us down to that trend line and retest it. It's kind of like a falling wedge slash channel, as you guys can see. But we need to break above this resistance here to break above it, and if we do not break above it, we'll hit our head, come down, in my personal opinion. But if we get the bounce right here, it does look like we're in a position to get a possible bounce right here. If we go ahead and zoom in on the smaller time frames, bullish MACD, and are starting to cross above that trend line, it does look like we are about to get this bounce off of 25K. In my personal opinion, if we go ahead and look at the US dollar has broken out of a overall macro downtrend, as you guys can see, broken out of an overall macro downtrend, and I think it's going to be very surprising how Bitcoin starts to go against the dollar. I think the dollar is going to go up to about 105, 108, 107 in that range. And I think that Bitcoin is not going to see that much downside from it. I also think the stock market is going to see a crash here in the next couple of months, maybe even weeks. And I think that Bitcoin is actually going to hold up against the crash. I think it's going to surprise people how Bitcoin starts to decouple from assets, because Bitcoin is a very particular asset. We have never seen a market like this, and Bitcoin likes to couple with certain assets until it doesn't, until it changes. It moves around in different markets, and we have never seen a market environment like this, and I think Bitcoin is going to perform very, very well in this type of environment market. I think the whole thing boils down to the fact that there is only a set amount of Bitcoins, and that is going to keep demand and price going up and up and up. Now, again, I am a long-term holder of Bitcoin. I do think that Bitcoin is going to change the world. I think that NFTs could actually be used to fix the problem of deep fakes, because you could actually verify things digitally with NFTs, with the non-fungible tokens. And I think that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to be used in everyday life here in the future, and that is just my personal opinion. So I do think Bitcoin is going to decouple from the stock market. I think the market is going to crash. I think the dollar is actually going to pump a little bit. Again, we could see a little bit more downside for Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin is actually going to start bottoming here at this 25K range and start to move up, in this macro overall uptrend is going to continue into the halving into 2024. If we go ahead and look at Ethereum, Ethereum is holding up very, very well. It's only a couple $100 off of its previous high of 2,100. So Ethereum holding up very well compared to relative to Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. I do think Ethereum could actually start closing that gap. I think Bitcoin is going to absolutely soar, but I think Ethereum could start closing that gap, and I think Ethereum and Bitcoin are the top blue chips of the crypto market, in my personal opinion. Another coin that I like as well is Cardano. Cardano technicals looking very, very well in this overall pennant formation, this bottoming pennant formation, and it does look like this overall uptrend is going to continue. It looks like it perfectly came down to test this trend line, and it looks like that trend is going to continue, and Cardano continuing to the upside with that weekly buy signal on the overall macro time frame, looking extremely bullish in my personal opinion, for a overall uptrend again in this falling wedge pennant type formation about to move to the upside. Another coin that I think is going to do well is Cosmos Atom. Cosmos Atom also is in a pennant type formation right now, as you guys can see, and is about to break above its 200 EMA on the daily time frame, which is a huge bullish signal for traders. As you guys can see, the 200 EMA marked here in white, and if we can get above that, that is a huge bullish signal for a bull trend for this particular asset. And this asset also gives out about 18 to 20%, depending on what staker you use, in APY. So you can get paid just for holding this coin while you wait for the bull run and get paid more of this coin. So that means your gains will be exponentially doubled by the time of the bull run because of all of your staking that you have done. So this is a potential good coin for you to look at. Now, let's go ahead and look at some of the meme coins and altcoins that are doing absolute numbers right now. So we got Pepe up 4% on the day. So let's go ahead and check out Pepe. Pepe's up 27% on the day, 27% on the day, as you guys can see. So Pepe doing numbers. I think Pepe is actually going to in a bottoming process right now. So let's go ahead and check out Pepe and see what's going on with Pepe. And I'm also going to give you guys a couple other meme coins that I think are extremely valuable in my personal opinion, or not valuable, but at least going to do some crazy numbers. Now, again, these things are very risky, guys. You want to get in and out. You want to take profits. If you are in profits with these coins, you want to take profits and get out quickly. Now, Pepe seems to be in this falling wedge type position. As you guys can see, if you drew a trend line, I can't draw a trend line on this chart, but if you go ahead and drew a trend line, follow my mouse there, and then follow a trend line there, as you guys can see, it's a little bit of a falling wedge type shape. So I think Pepe is going to continue to the upside. You also have a bullish engulfing right here. As you guys can see, a bullish engulfing and a bullish engulfing right here, telling us this uptrend is going to continue. I think Pepe is in a bottoming formation. I think Pepe is currently bottoming right here. This is going to be the bottom for Pepe, and I think Pepe is going to actually keep moving up. I think it's going to find more momentum and continue to the upside. Now, again, in and out with these coins, they are very, very risky. You want to take profits, put it in USDT, dollars, whatever you want, and then move back into the coin. So you want to scale in and scale out. You want to be very smart. And if you are in up thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, take profit, guys. Take profit. You can always buy back in and enjoy the ride some more on house money. You want to take gains with these coins. Now, Pepe is down substantially over the last couple of days, but is starting to see a bottom. In the last 24 hours, it is up 25%. In the last hour, it's up 4.4%. The last 14 days, it's up 382% in the last 14 days. Now, another coin that I think is going to do well as well is DINO. DINO LFG, Dino LFG. This is another coin that I'm looking at to do very, very well. In my personal opinion, up 20% in the last 24 hours, down 2.3% in the last hour, down 11.3% in the last 7 days, up 281% in the last 14 days, up 452% in the last 30 days, 400% in the last 30 days. And it is forming a little bit of a pennant or a bull flag or falling wedge structure. As you guys can see, if you drew a trend line here and drew a trend line here, that would give you a falling wedge or a bull flag. If you drew a straight trend line here and a straight trend line here, that would give you a bull flag. So as you guys can see, I do think this uptrend is going to continue for this coin. As you guys can see, bullish engulfing right here. That's a candle pattern, so that's telling us that a uptrend is going to be starting. I think it's finding a base and going to be moving from the upside from these bases here. And if we go ahead and look at the bigger picture, the bigger charts, you can easily see that this is bottoming, and I think it's going to continue moving to the upside in my personal opinion. Now, let's go ahead and look at another coin that I think has a lot of potential. This coin is called Wojak. Wojak, I think this coin is another potential, not as much potential as these two coins, but as that I just showed you, Pepe and Dino LFG, but Wojak is another one that you could look for to do massive gains. So as you guys can see, Wojak is up 22.7% in the last 24 hours, up 103% in the last 14 days, down 53% in the last 7 days, down 1.2% in the last hour. So we do have gains on this coin. Let's go ahead and see if we can see any technical patterns with the candles. So let's go ahead and see if we can see anything. Let's go ahead. So I don't really see any technical patterns. This could be maybe considered a 3 advancing soldiers candle pattern right here for the uptrend. But right now I don't see anything. But if I was looking at it, it does seem like it did find a bottom and is going to continue the uptrend, in my personal opinion. Now, what I do want to look out for is this 3-peak top. As you guys can see, this 3-peak top right here, that is a head and shoulders pattern. So that would play out and take you down to here. But if you can get above these levels for this coin, you could see a substantial upside if you can get above these levels for this coin. Again, you can see substantial upside blasting way past these previous highs. So I think Wojak has a lot of potential, in my personal opinion. Now let's go ahead and look at the fear and greed index for the overall crypto market. Again, it's neutral. You want to wait for fear to buy. Again, neutral can be a good time to buy as well, but you really want to wait to the fear side. It's pointed more towards the fear side. So again, this could be a good time to buy, but neutral is kind of like in between, you know what I mean? It's neutral. But when in doubt, you want to buy when people are fearful and sell when people are greedy. And right now we are neutral. So right now, basically, it's time to just hold, wait, see what's going on. And my personal opinion for the long term, just hold. I think cryptocurrency is going to do extremely well, and things are going to go well for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So if we go ahead and look at Lunar Crush, this is coins by social sentiment. This is a way you can find meme coins. Another way is to be plugged into the meme coin community, crypto Twitter, stuff like that. But if you just want to hop in and try to find some meme coins, Lunar Crush is a great way to do it. As you guys can see, Floki Inu is another coin that's doing well. Floki Inu is another meme coin. Pepe is number 1, as you guys can see. And normally large pumps correlate with it being with number 1, or at least in the top 10. Large pumps normally correlate with that. You can see Bitcoin here at number 12. And this is the coin talked about by social sentiment. It can help you find popular altcoins and meme coins. So here is a list of the most popular altcoins and meme coins, and it could definitely help you find new coins emerging in these markets. As you guys can see, Dino LFG is one of those coins. But as you guys can see, this can really help you find the coins, and social sentiment is huge for crypto. Just so you guys know, this is a great way to find new coins. Now, there's been a lot of FUD for Bitcoin lately, a ton of FUD, guys. So do not worry. I think they're trying to shake us out of our positions. I think they want our Bitcoin right now. I think that the markets are going to see a overall crash, the stock markets, but I think Bitcoin is going to decouple from the markets. I think Bitcoin is going to start going in an uptrend. As you guys can see, golden cross here on the daily time frame. So that anytime the 50 EMA crosses over the 200 EMA, that is called a golden cross. And as you guys can see, we have that golden cross here on the weekly time frame. So things look incredible for this asset. If you go ahead and look at the stock market, at the SPY, so just quickly looking at the SPY technical analysis on the bigger time frames, you guys will see what I'm talking about on how the SPY is setting up for a potential crash, and it is absolute insanity. So as you guys can see, SPY is in a huge bear flag. So guys, SPY's in a huge bear flag. If we go ahead and look at the weekly time frame as well, you guys will see that the SPY also has sell signals on the weekly time frame. If we go ahead and put on the super trend, it has a sell signal on the weekly time frame, whereas Bitcoin has a buy signal on the weekly time frame, and it has bullish MACD. Now, it does have bullish MACD on the weekly time frame, but it has this huge sell signal, and it also has this bear flag on the technicals, telling us that lows are coming for the SPY. And if you were to look up the psychology of the market chart, you can see that the structural market textual, or the price structure and the market structure of Bitcoin and the overall stock market is definitely different. If we go ahead and look at market psychology, so I'm going to go ahead and type in market psychology, and you guys will see that this will come up. And if you go ahead and just pop on the image for this, guys, and it will show you that the market's actually in the complacent stage, and Bitcoin is actually in the bottom and step process in the disbelief rally, I think, and then
the market's actually in the complacency stage. So if you look, you have this overall run up, and then you have a sharp drop down, then you have that bear flag before you have a major drop down. Look exactly what the market looks like, the SPY looks like. Now let's go ahead and look at the Bitcoin charts. Now the Bitcoin already had its complacency stage. You had this run up, and then I was in this Bitcoin bull market. This was the second bounce from this was the Bitcoin bull market, and this was the second bounce from all the bullish momentum. This right here was your complacency stage for Bitcoin. You have your big run up, then you have your sharp drop down. Complacency stage, then you have a bigger drop down. Now this is the belief rally. As you guys can see, if you overlay the charts, it almost looks the same as well. If you go ahead and look at market psychology, look, now you have your complacency, and we are in the disbelief rally. So this is exactly what it is for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to decouple from stocks. I think this is absolute proof for you guys right here. You guys can see that the structural difference in the psychology of these markets is different. It is changing. Bitcoin is maturing. It's turning into a different asset, and I think it is taking its toll, and it's showing us, guys. As you guys can see, the psychology of the market is much different. As you guys can see, the S&P 500 is due for more downside based off the technicals, the psychology, and the fundamentals as well. And based off the fundamentals and the psychology and the technicals of Bitcoin, it's due to go up. So this is very, very clear. The fundamentals of the market is bad, but if you look at the fundamentals for Bitcoin being a fixed market cap, or not fixed market cap, fixed numbers asset supply, things like that help it move forward, while the market having bad economics and bad macro is pulling it down. And then the technicals as well with this bear flag, as you guys can see, then the technicals with Bitcoin with this falling wedge. A falling wedge is a bullish pattern, and we broke out of that on Bitcoin, as you guys can see, breaking out of this falling wedge and coming for a new uptrend. A falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern. You have your uptrend, then you have your falling wedge, and then you have another uptrend. Guys, the technicals, fundamentals, everything are completely different for these assets. So this is everything I have for you guys. I showed you guys the memes, coins. I do think Bitcoin is going to go into a bull run here into 2024, into the halving. I think things look extremely good for things to decouple from the stock market. I think things look very good in my personal opinion. So guys, this is everything I have for you. You can go ahead and check me out on Twitter and Discord. You can @ me down in the comments or on Twitter to go ahead and get an invite for the Discord. It's $150 per person for a lifetime membership. So that's $150 per person for a lifetime membership. I talk about my stocks, trades, crypto all day long. I also have a great community there sharing their trades, losses, gains as well. So if you want to join us, go ahead, $150 per person. Go ahead and ask down in the comments or in the description, or go ahead and @ me on Twitter. I'll leave my Twitter link down below. And guys, as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. And guys, remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. $150 per entry, and that is for lifetime entry. Go ahead and @ me on Twitter, or go ahead and ask for the invite down in the comment section below. I will get back to you. And guys, as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.